Whether you are actively looking for a new job, reflecting on how things are going at your current job, or planning for your next career move, there's so much more to consider than just your day-to-day responsibilities and your paycheck. Things like the culture, the structure, and the environment play a huge role in how good you feel at the end of a workday. And that's a great indicator of whether or not that job is a good fit for you. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 7 dimensions of job fit. And this is a tool and a framework that will help you to evaluate any job from a variety of different angles, so you can make smarter decisions about your career wherever you're starting from. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for beyond just salary and title, and how to use those insights to create more alignment and satisfaction in your career. And a really important note before we dive in, there are no right or wrong answers to any of these dimensions. What is best for you is going to depend on your priorities, your preferences, and even just your personality. All of those things can and likely will be different from your friends, your coworkers, and your mentors. That's okay, and in fact, that's kind of the point. You are the one living your life in your career, and so your perspective matters the most. This framework will help you to clarify what is best for you. Hi there, I'm Jamie, and I'm here to transform how you work. I'm the founder of Career Brilliance, a platform that helps early career professionals to fast-track their path to leadership and enjoy their workday more. If that sounds good to you, be sure to like this video and hit subscribe. Okay, the first dimension is your work environment. So this includes things like the location model. Are you on-site full-time? Are you fully remote? Or are you some sort of hybrid? If it's hybrid, how often are you going into the office or client site? And in both of the on-site or hybrid models, what does that commute look like for you? This also includes things like client site requirements or even travel expectations, which could include things like the company hosting in-person retreats or training. And all of these factors are going to depend on your energy and your preferences. The second dimension is the company size and structure. So smaller companies and early stage companies, so startups, tend to have a lot more flexibility, and there's a lot more room to wear multiple hats and do lots of different things. But along with that, there's probably some scrappiness involved. There might not be really solidified or established processes for a variety of things. So there's some risks to that. There's also risk in that the company might not make it. But by being someone early in the door, that also sets you up for some pretty exponential growth. On the other end of the spectrum, we have massive companies. Think Fortune 500 names that we would all recognize. There are a lot of benefits to a big company. Generally speaking, they will be more stable, more predictable, but you are also much more likely to run into red tape or layers of kind of bureaucratic processes. However, also within large companies, there's more of an opportunity to transfer internally. So even if the particular role that you get started in is not your perfect fit, there are opportunities to change jobs without having to change employers. And that can be really appealing to some people. And then of course, right in the middle, we have the mid-sized companies that have a little bit of the pros and cons of each of those. Dimension 3 is the industry or the mission of the company that you are working for. Basically, what does this company actually do? What good or service do they provide to the world? And is that something that you really care about? For some people, having their personal values aligned to the values of the company or the contribution that that company is making to the world is make or break. And a lot of other people kind of don't care. And both of those are totally valid options. Maybe you are really drawn to the innovation of a particular technology, or you feel really aligned to the purpose of an education-driven company. Connecting to the mission of the company is not mandatory, but if purpose and impact really matter to you, this can make a huge difference in your sense of purpose and fulfillment at work. The fourth dimension is all about culture and people. There is a saying that is, people don't leave bad jobs, they leave bad managers. And while I don't think that's 100% true, it does point to a really important component of your job satisfaction and your fulfillment at work. Your coworkers and the culture of the company is a major contributor to what it feels like to actually show up to work every day. So this is something to really tap into. Every company is going to have a slightly different culture, and different people will be attracted to that culture. So paying attention to things like, how do teams communicate and collaborate? What is the leadership like? And paying attention to things like turnover, morale, energy, and just the priority that's put on growth, development, feedback, all of that good stuff. If you're going through the interview process, this might seem like this is really hard or impossible to kind of gauge based on your limited interactions with only a few people. But I am of the firm belief that a company's interview process experience really is a microcosm of their larger company culture. So as you went through this process, were people engaged and curious? Did they respond to your questions on time? Were your expectations appropriately set? Did they have good automated processes in place? Or did you have to reschedule a bunch of times, or the technology didn't work as expected? Did people show up to your interview and they hadn't even read your resume yet? And also paying attention to the interview style. So what kinds of questions were they asking you during the conversation? Were they super intense and they would ask really pointed follow-up questions? Were they a little bit more chilled and laid back and just trying to connect with you as a person? All of those are indicators of culture and people more broadly. And all of that are really clues to help you determine if this is going to be a fit for you or not. The fifth dimension is the daily work. So when you show up to work in the morning, what is it that you are spending the bulk of your time and energy doing? So this is both the domain of the work. Are you in marketing? And if so, are you doing email marketing or social media marketing or other types of marketing? If you are in technology, are you hands-on keyboard writing code, or are you interacting with stakeholders? But it's also, are you more of an individual contributor, or are you running a small team? Are you running a large team? Are you frequently interacting with other external stakeholders? And across all of those questions and answers, really asking yourself, is this an opportunity where I can leverage my current strengths, continue to grow? Am I excited and energized about this daily work? The sixth dimension is the paycheck, right? The compensation and the benefits. This is absolutely an important part of determining whether a job is a good fit for you or not. Salary is one major component of this, but also things like bonuses, equity, healthcare coverage, retirement contributions, paid time off, work location flexibility, and other perks. So while compensation and benefits generally are negotiable, each company is going to have a different set of kind of their parameters that you'll have to work within to determine whether or not this is going to be a good fit for you. And the seventh dimension is growth and development. So yes, while you are thinking about this one single role, you are very likely not going to stay in that role for the rest of your career. So is this job, is this company going to invest in you and your growth and development? What does the promotion path look like? What do raises look like? What sorts of training and mentorship is available within this role and this company? You can also try to gauge, what does it look like to move up directly versus laterally? What other opportunities exist to make adjustments to your career as you continue to grow and develop? This one is particularly interesting to me because personally, back when I was getting ready to graduate college and move into my first full-time role, this was actually one of the tiebreakers. So while I had another offer that had a higher starting salary, the offer that I ended up choosing had a lower starting salary, but a very clear promotion path. So realistically, within 5 years, my salary at this place would have outpaced my salary over here. And there was just a major culture and emphasis on the growth and development. And early in my career, that was a higher priority for me. But going back, as we have discussed, throughout all 7 of these dimensions, there is no right or wrong answer. What worked well for me may or may not be what works best for you. So I hope that you take all 7 of these dimensions and really do some soul searching and evaluate your current role, evaluate the opportunities that you have in front of you if you're going through the job search process through all of these different lenses to help you have a more comprehensive view of the entire experience of a particular job. If this framework helped you think more clearly about your career and you're currently in the job search process, or you believe that that might be on the horizon for you, I would love to have you inside of the Confident Interview Framework mini course. This is my newest career kit from Career Brilliance, and in 30 minutes, you are going to learn all about the 4 questions that almost every interviewer is going to ask you, and I will walk you through the specific tools that I have built to help you answer each one of these 4 questions. On the other side of this course, you are going to have everything you need to show up to your interview and actually feel prepared. When you are done with that interview, you're not going to look back and say, "What did I say? I didn't even sound like me." Because you are going to know your stories so well. You are going to be prepared in a way that is both strategic and authentic to you. I want you to feel like yourself in an interview, and the Confident Interview Framework will get you there. You can find all of the information at careerbrilliance.co, or I'll link to it in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.